Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show where we're at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar, and we're getting ready to try from Taconic Distillery a whiskey they have to celebrate their 10th anniversary. Should be some good stuff, we're guessing. We haven't tried it yet. My name is Steve Akeley, joined by Darren McCroy and Clayton Seebacher. What's up, gang?
Hey, y'all. Howdy.
Clayton, did I get the pronunciation right?
That is correct.
All right, I got it. Nothing about your last name has me wanting to say Seebacher. To me, it's Seebacher, even though I know that's not how it's said.
Yes, the many years that I went through Lutheran school, I actually got baptized as Clayton Seebacher, as did all my cousins and my brothers.
What percentage of people don't know you that see the name and say Clayton Seebacher? What percentage?
Absolutely zero.
Well, that's what I would think.
Yeah. The most common is actually Sebacher, which, I mean, in America, you would think in this day and age that, we live in the melting pot, that it would just, you try to put a little mustard on it, no one even tries. They just phonetically just put it out as it says.
Okay.
And, it's not good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No one has any problem with your last name,
nope.
do they? I think that's pretty easy.
McRoy, but I say both, so that's not a problem at all. So.
What does your dad say?
My dad says McRoy, but my grandpa said McRoy. So
I guess both technically do work.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad is more Americanized than I guess. So, yeah. Interesting. My name, again, 5 letters, Akeley, but most people say Ackley. I mean, they get it wrong. That's also a tough name for people to get, which is interesting. So, we have a tough name here in one of our whiskeys in Detling. Again, Jim today was like, there was a guy in and he loves that Dietling. Detling. That's Detling. Dietling would be 2 E's, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Well, you were saying it too, but I guess you learned from him.
Yeah, I just was saying what he said, and then I'm like,
at this day and age, you just don't know, whether to put mustard on it or not.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's mustard, sometimes it's ketchup. You just can't figure it out.
You just can't figure it out. All right, Darren, this is not what we're going to be talking about today. We had a small talk. What do you got? You said you had something you want to talk about.
So you're going to a city for a new, the first time. You've never been there before. How do you go about finding what restaurants to go to on your first night in? Because you've just driven all day. It's 5:30 and you're hungry. What are you going for?
Oh. Well, I mean, if I haven't done any sort of research, it's probably restaurants near me. I mean, on Google, and just whatever sounds interesting, and not any type of chain. I want to get something local and just take a chance. Now, I tend to, when I go on trips, I tend to plan things out. I know how far I'm going to drive or whatever, and I try to research the restaurants by Googling and best restaurants in the city, and then look at reviews and stuff like that. But just blind, it would be just near me and just take a chance.
Do you have a certain type? Like, would you go for a pub or a local steakhouse or a local?
No, I would just hear what sounds cool, and I like to go in blind too. I just go in there. Now, my wife wants to see the restaurant, the menu, and all this kind of. I'm like, why do we got to look at all that? Why do we got to plan out exactly what our meal's going to be? If it seems like it's good enough, let's just go in there and get the experience. I don't. That's just how I like to do it, but that's me.
Yeah, 100%. I kind of with Steve's angle with it. I like to, depending on the city I'm going to. Like, I'm not going to go to New Orleans and try to get, I'm going to go for Cajun.
Right.
I'm going to go for something that is synonymous with the area. And like Steve said, I'm not going to look at the menu. I'm just going to look at the type of the restaurant it is, and I'm going to go give it a shot. They're going to have the staples there, and if I don't find something I like, I'm always going to fall back on that. Is the staple, and if I'm in the Midwest, I'm going to try to go find a steak, or I'm going to try something that is synonymous with, if you're in the Missouri area, St. Louis, I'm going to go with the pork steak. Ain't no one knows.
Going to go eat on the hill, are you?
Oh, yeah.
And if you're coming to St. Louis for the first time, mister, doesn't like the hill?
Yeah.
Hey,
have you had the pork steak at Cafe Telegraph?
I have not. The only pork steak I've ever had is in my backyard.
Okay.
Fresh off the grill.
Fresh off the grill. Yeah. All right.
But I'm just I'm gonna fall with the times, and if I go to Colorado, I'm gonna look for a bison burger or something like that. I'm just gonna fall with what the city's got and look for the local, the local best.
All right.
I personally like to ask the person at the hotel desk,
what
is a good?
And they're usually like, "Well, Domino's is great here."
Sometimes they're like that. I'm like,
that Papa John's stuffed crust with the garlic sauce on. Oh, yeah.
That's why you got to ask the right questions, because I'll be like, where's a place that you can have a beer and a nice meal or something like that, and then lead them down that path.
Right,
is what I always try and do.
Right.
I'm right there with you, Darren. Like when I go somewhere, like it's like, can I go to a place where I can have like a nice microbrewery that's local to the area? Find a good beer or a good something like that. That's I can have the best of all worlds, where I'm like in the local spot and just trying to enjoy.
Where do each of us look like we're from? Just if you didn't know who we were, and you had to say, where are you from? Portland, right here. There's our guy from Portland right there. Florida, maybe.
I'm going to speak for myself and say I am absolutely from God's country, St. Charles County. I mean, there is just no doubt.
You're from Massachusetts, I think. I think that's what you look like.
Beantown. Okay, that's fair. I mean, me and Mark Wahlberg, we've got similar features, I think.
Okay.
And I think you're definitely Florida.
You think I look like I'm from Florida?
Well, not in today's shirt, but most shirts.
I could see you rescuing a sea turtle.
Okay.
Absolutely, from the beach.
I like Florida. So I'll take it. That's a win.
I could see.
In my mind, this is a win.
If you were doing a guided dolphin tour with me, I could absolutely...
See me jump in overboard?
I would trust you. I've got a lot of trust.
Yeah, I believe everything you said if you were my dolphin tour.
There's something about your face that it's trustworthy.
Okay. Fair enough. Nice. I don't know what that is.
I might be offended. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say about that. So, Darren, what do we have here? What are we going to be tasting? We'll get, of course, to the tasting part after the break. But what do we got here?
We have a 6-year-old 100 proof offering from Taconic Distillery for their 10th anniversary.
Celebrating their 10th anniversary. Do we know? Is this bourbon? Yes, it's bourbon whiskey. Okay. Yep. Very cool. So 10 years, that's a big deal. That's a long time to be in business. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations to them. As we've only passed our first anniversary, so we're working on our second. So yeah, we're trying. But
over halfway there.
Over halfway there, yes. I just saw we're going to be doing an event on the night of our anniversary. So
okay,
we got a little poker club we play. So so we're playing poker that night. Sounds pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
that's a great way to celebrate your anniversary
on the show.
Sure.
Well, that was anticlimactic as could be.
Yeah. There it is. There's the cork pop. So what we'll do next, we'll take that quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be trying this whiskey. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
Hey, I'm here with Steve, and he's an amazing man.
Well, what are we doing?
On the Bourbon Daily.
Yeah! All right, everybody, welcome back. Steve, Darren, and Clayton here at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar. We're getting ready to try this whiskey. It is from our friends at Taconic. I've known Paul Coughlin, the owner of that company, for a long time. Basically since I started podcasting. I mean, I met him early on. He reached out, and I don't know if he heard the show, saw a social media post. I'm not even exactly sure how we connected, but he's been a friend for a long time, and this just showed up. So every once in a while, I get a package from him, which is pretty cool. And let's give this thing a taste. Let's see what we got here. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
That is really nice.
that is caramely for days.
Yeah.
A lot of the tannins on there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very fruity too. That's it's nice. Yeah. Yeah. There's some it's kind of like apple flavor in there. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see the apple.
Yeah, I could definitely have this post-Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah. It's nice.
Right after the turkey, a little dessert, maybe some cranberry sauce. Mm-hmm. Great.
It doesn't just fall off for 100 proof either. It stays
great
around.
drinking whiskey.
Finish keeps going.
That's a sipping whiskey there, boys. So yeah, that's really good stuff.
And the mouthfeel is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. 10th anniversary. Got his beloved dog on it. I wonder if the dog's still around. Do you think?
Maybe.
10
Potentially.
Years. 10 years is a long time. That's
Especially for a big dog.
That's a big dog. Hopefully the dog's still around. Well, I don't know.
Wait, it's 2024, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely thought it was 2023. I was like, no, it says 2014 on the back. How can it be a 10-year anniversary?
What?
Just a little brain fart.
Did you think we were doing the show in 2014?
Yeah.
How old were you in 2014?
What a year that was.
15.
You're 15 years old.
If it was before March, I was 15. If not, I was
It's
14.
before March, so you would only been 14.
I would have been 14. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Whatever year it was, you just add one if it's after March, because I was
okay.
born in 99. So
99. Oh. What did you think about the millennium when it came? Were you
biggest event of my life. I loved it. I thought the world was ending. I thought phone booths were gonna fall from the sky.
Dude.
The only Y2K I knew was on the wrestling screen, and that was, Y2 Jericho was what it was.
We thought that all computers would quit working. We didn't know what was going on. It was a whole thing going on. I worked in the corporate world by that point. You had teams that were, addressed what we're going to do and all this stuff. And literally nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. Now, your IT friends will be like, of course, because we prepared for this. And we justified all this money we spent.
Yeah,
we did things right. Yeah, no, there was literally nothing to it. It's the biggest joke in the history of jokes.
It's funny you say that, and I remember when I was in high school, like the new thing at that time was 2012, was the Mayan calendar. And I remember I texted my buddies, I'm like, hey buddy, you know where I'm going to be on the other side. And it's like 11:59. I'm like, hey, as soon as this minute hits, like, it's on. And then absolutely nothing happened, and we all went and lived on our lives, and here we are in 2024.
So, for Y2K, because I wasn't around, was the reason thinking just because it was going to a new millennium? It wasn't like the end of the Mayan calendar or anything?
No, the problem was everything was coded. Not enough foresight to think of make it 1975. Everything was coded where it would reset after 99 would reset to 00. So then everything would get screwed up as opposed to 2000, 2001, etc. So yeah.
It doesn't seem like it needed that big of a response, but okay.
That's what the rub was. So that's what they thought was going to go wrong. But literally, I didn't hear of anything that happened with that. Nothing failed. Nothing. Everything worked just fine. So yeah, big hoax, kind of. I mean, we got all prepared for it, and nothing happened. So there you go.
Better be prepared and to not.
I guess. So yeah, there you go. Well, there you go. Taconic, great stuff. 6-year whiskey. Look for it. If you can find their 10th anniversary, grab it. I don't know if it's just a distillery only thing. I'm not exactly sure distribution wise what they're doing with this. It is fantastic stuff. Try it, buy it, and get it as soon as you can. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Clayton, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jeffco Bourbon Society and on Instagram, Jeffco Bourbon Society.
All right. Darren.
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures. Also, several days here a week at the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh.
I was going to go tasting shop. I thought about it because I know the fans love that.
I also messed up my own. It's Jefferson County Bourbon Collective, but I got a little too nervous because I listened to your last podcast and you were messing up on it. Now I messed up on it. There's a propeller technique here. We're all going downhill.
Yeah, apparently. Well, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place we're at right now as we record this, the place where you can try before you buy. We are in the St. Louis suburb of Arnold, Missouri. We'd love to have you come in here, sit down at the bar like we are today. Check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. You like what we're doing, head over to patreon.com/theabvnetwork. And hey, give us a 5-star review. It helps new people find the show, which is pretty darn important to us. That's it for today. We'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye, y'all.
On the flip side.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.